Hello guys, Glenn here from Digital Photography Courses. So just a really short video today, and we're going to be having a look at the new laser and Polarscope mounting bracket provided by Move Shoot Move. Now I've been a sort of MSN user for quite a little while now. They kindly asked me to be an MSN ambassador, and I do kind of help out with suggestions of various things as they are constantly evolving, their accessories. And if you've been on the forums or you've been on the Facebook page, one of the things that people often talk about is the various laser and Polarscope mounts. Now, my original mount that I had was this one here. So that one. Okay. And this was absolutely fine for my original laser, which was this quite chunky, large one. But a lot of people sort of complained, and they said that there was a bit of give in this, and so that didn't help them to get sort of a good alignment. I didn't really have a problem, but just to sort of to alleviate that, I did actually put a little bit of tape down there, which makes it a bit tighter, and also I put the letter T on there for top, and so I know that when this is mounted, as long as the T is at the top, then my laser's kind of in the optimum position to to kind of get alignment with Polaris. So that's the original mount. But then they also started to bring out other accessories, and we had the Polarscope, and there's actually a Type A and a Type B Polarscope. This is the Type A, and then we also had a different laser, a sort of slightly smaller one, which was adjustable. And this one, still, this new smaller laser, let me pop that down there, did also fit the original bracket, and you could pop it in that way or you could pop it in that way. And if you look inside the bracket, there is actually a bit of a lip there. If I just move that around, there you go. And so if you popped it in that way, it went quite sort of flush, and if you popped it in that way, it kind of stood slightly proud. Either way was absolutely fine, but again, people said that there was a little bit of give in this, like so, and they were concerned that that would affect the polar alignment. In actual fact, it doesn't, because basically once you press against the sides, because the sides inside this barrel are actually parallel, then in actual fact it does sort of line up anyway. So I've never really found that much of an issue with it. But that was the original sort of bracket. And of course this bracket would not hold the Polarscope. So we then went over to bracket number 2, and they made quite a few changes on this bracket, quite a bit bigger, but some really nice things going on. And if you just look inside there, you can see that now we have multiple diameter sort of fittings, and the purpose of this was to actually have one bracket that would try and fit all of the different scopes. They also had it on, which I thought was really cool, a little hot shoe there, which you can pop now on top of your hot shoe on the camera, and this is ideal for finding your deep sky objects, because you can pop your laser in there and help you to point, do a bit of star hopping, and able to point at where you need to point. So an improvement on the original bracket. Both of these brackets, both the original one and this one, both have a tiny little hole just here that goes all the way through. Now a lot of people don't even know about that, but that hole can be used for your polar alignment if you haven't got a laser or a Polarscope. So say your batteries go dead or you forget it, as I did once, then you can actually mount that, look through that hole at Polaris if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, and you can use that to sight it with. So useful little thing just for getting you roughly aligned if you wish to do that. So this was bracket number 2. And then today we receive a new bracket. This is bracket number 3. So this is, by the way, this is the Polarscope A. And Polarscope A will fit in the second bracket, but it doesn't fit fully. You see, it actually kind of stops, and if I just put my thumb there, it actually goes in about that far. And again, a concern that people had was this might be quite wobbly, and obviously with the Polarscope, which is intended really for accurate alignment, then any giving there could be an issue. But again, once it's tightened up, I didn't really find it was a problem at all. But you know, that's what people complain about, and credit to the Move people, they listen to what folks have said and they've had a go at bracket number 3. So bracket number 3 is a whole new beast, and if we have a look at this, let me just pop the laser down, sorry, the Polarscope down, there we go. So if we have a look at this now, they've had a complete redesign. So now it's a 2-part unit. I suppose if you count the shoe, that's a 3-part unit, and this top bit can be removed. There's actually a little Allen key there, and there is a key provided which will let you unscrew that or move it up and down the column just there if you wish. We also have a larger sort of plastic thumb screw, and obviously the original screws to lock it in place. And again, they're stuck with the hot shoe bracket, so you can now still use your laser to DSO target find. But the big change that you'll notice is there are no longer movable grooves in there, and we've got this kind of V wedge. And the purpose of that V wedge is whichever size bracket you have, it will push down into that wedge, and that will ensure that it's always parallel. And this one wedge will fit all of the different accessories. So this is the original one. Now you're going to have to screw down quite a bit more for this one, but there you go. But again, you screw down, it fits into the wedge, and that's going to ensure it is completely parallel. Okay, and I'll just show you with the smaller one as well. So again, you pop that in, screw this down, and this is the thinnest of the lot, and again it will drop into that wedge and it will be perfectly aligned. So it really is a case of one size fits all. Now the benefit of the extra slot is that we can pop one of the lasers, and again this slot also has the wedge on it as well, so if you can just see that, there you go. So we can pop one of the lasers in there, tighten that up, pop the Polarscope. So we're going to be mounting it. Let's mount it first, and then we can see where it's going to go. So it actually needs to go the other way around. There we go. And lock that in position. And do that. So this is the front of the Polarscope. The null bit is the back. We'll pop that in there, slide it through, tighten it up, and there we go. Bob's your uncle. And what we sometimes like to do is just get the spirit level upright. There we go. And now what you can actually do is you can do an alignment, quick alignment with your laser, and then if you feel the need, you can use your Polarscope, if you have one, to do a sort of a fine tune and fine adjustment. So sort of nice piece of kit, and again, as I said before, once you've done your alignment and you're happy with your alignment, you can simply take this off. I might just pop the lens cap on there just to protect it, keep it safe, and then we can slide this into the hot shoe, and I can use the laser. No point using the Polarscope, be good if you wanted, I suppose. I could use the laser or the Polarscope to kind of sight on a target if I needed to. So I think, guys, they've done a really good job. I like this. You know, if you've only got the one scope, then by all means you can unscrew the top one. But I think they've done an absolutely smashing little job putting that all together, and I hope you find it useful. So thanks very much. Just a quick one today, and I'll see you again very soon. All the best now.